Irvingman, Irvingman, watches shows sitting on his can. Tells a story, tells a joke, monetizes cause he's broke. Look out, here comes the Irvingman.
Remember this guy? Despite the fact that he was destructive to objects that are important to humans, he was too cute for words and didn't mean any harm. He was just hungry. Not to be outdone, a year later we see Marvel doing their own version of him.
Funny, the lights in Central Park are out.
Yeah, both muggers and young lovers went to City Hall and demanded it. The combined group called themselves the Whiskey Tango Foxtrot Brigade.
And I don't need my spider sense to tell me something's wrong. Uh-oh. Looks like the city forgot to pay its light bill, but this is a little extreme. Walloping web snappers. What was that?
He's not quite as tough as that little guy. He has to melt the metal in his furnace before he can digest it. But he compensates for it with those magnets.
A metal-eating monster.
Very good, Spider-Man. You figured out that he was after the hydrant and not the water. What tipped you off? Step 1, get a picture for JJ.
He spotted me. I'd better take cover.
Step 2, get out of there. I don't think he likes paparazzi. The other guy could change his shape and hide in plain sight, whereas this guy just throws stuff. But now Spider-Man has a bigger problem. The park is on fire.
I wonder if the fire department could use a guy with spider powers.
Not necessarily, but they could use a few tanker trucks of web formula. There's no limit to what that stuff can do.
What kind of a joke is this, Parker? A metal-eating monster indeed.
Believe me, that monster is for real.
Parker, I'm paying you for pictures, not cockeyed tricks.
You're not being fair to Peter.
Fair? When he brings me pictures from some monster movie?
Right on cue as usual. Suddenly, Jonah realizes this thing is real, and so is Parker's photo. Speaking of whom, while JJJ's phones were all ringing at once, he slipped out to find a way to deal with this thing.
Old JJJ must be blowing his top by now. But if I'm going monster fighting, it's best to be prepared. There, that should do it. Now, all I have to do is find old Furnace Mouth.
Considering he keeps growing every time he eats and is now as tall as most of the skyscrapers, it shouldn't be difficult. We see this footage a lot. It's basic filler to pad out runtime. The good news is they usually mix up the sequence. Sometimes there's a little something extra thrown in. They try to keep it from getting repetitive and boring. It's a solid effort.
I'd swear that was a car. Flying cars?
He's doing his part to help alleviate New York's traffic problem.
All right, Mr. Big Mouth. This new webbing should hold you.
Or not. Maybe the formula needs more JB weld. But I think it's angry now.
If you can't fight 'em, join 'em. It's working.
And now what? Where's he taking it? Yep, it's definitely angry. Spider-Man's costume is hooked on a car bumper and the monster is getting ready to eat both of them. This could be a problem because Spider-Man's bell is still ringing from that hit he took.
Walloping web snappers. This is no place for me.
Remember Remember, Peter is a brilliant scientist. That's why he was able to make himself a self-repairing costume.
Lucky I always carry an umbrella.
His new improved webbing can hold up the weight of 9 cars, but can't contain the monster's arms. I guess it's only strong when it's being pushed on, not pulled on. Back at home, we see Peter have a light bulb over the head moment, and soon he's working on yet another web formula.
Peter Parker.
Parker, the monster is at it again. It's heading toward the waterfront.
Okay, I'm ready for it.
What's that, Parker?
I said, the police, are they ready for it?
They're evacuating the area.
That should make life easier if he doesn't have to worry about civilians getting hurt.
Walloping web snappers, will you look at the size of it now? It looks like he's working his way toward the bridge. I'll have to stop him before he gets there.
In many ways, the bridges are the lifeblood of Manhattan. Destroying one wouldn't bring the city to a standstill, but it would cause some of the darndest traffic snarls you ever saw. Getting blamed for that is all Spider-Man needs. It's not hard to see what his plan is. That's called a tugboat for a reason.
All right, old Ironsides. It's time to cure that bad case of heartburn. Full steam ahead.
Spider-Man talked so long, the monster was able to slip out of the lasso and escape. Spider-Man drove 2/3 of the way across the harbor before he realized his tug wasn't tugging anything. What was it? Where did it come from? Was it alive, a robot? Hey, those questions are for squares, man. Let's talk about what really matters.
If I weren't so blamed upset over Spider-Man turning out to be the hero, I wouldn't have any trouble coming up with a headline for our big extra.
Well, Mr. Jameson, how about Spidey Sights Monster, Think Same?
No.
What really matters is annoying J. Jonah Jameson. Mission accomplished.